What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. This week, we're going to be going over some sleepers in Dynasty, a topic I haven't covered in a while. If you are coming back to the channel after watching a couple other videos, I really appreciate it. You guys are the freaking best. If you are new to the channel, hit subscribe, like the video if you enjoy what you're seeing. I try to keep it short and sweet with Dynasty. Use a lot of stuff that I aggregate from different places for my own knowledge to try to help you guys win your league. So here are some sleepers for this offseason in June right now. First off, I'm going to go with a pair of running backs on the Chargers, Kimani Vidal and J.K. Dobbins. Yes, we are going back to the J.K. Dobbins well here, but I just think where these guys are currently going in drafts or just kind of trade value, I mean, KTC has them at RB 44 and 55. I think there's some upside here. If one of these guys can take over and run this backfield, we all know how much John Harbaugh could lean into the running game. We haven't seen him in the NFL for a while, so let's see if he's changed his whole tactic, but I still don't think he's going to stray away from it too much. So I think one of these guys has the upside to take over and be the guy. I like Gus Edwards, but we all know he's not a feature back in an offense, or at least long-term. And these guys are a little younger. If J.K. Dobbins can hit his stride and, stay healthy this year, and I think Kimani Vidal is a sleeper kind of breakout guy we are all looking at in rookie drafts this year, that if he takes over, he could be a very good player for the Chargers. Next off, I'm going to talk about Demarcus Robinson being a sleeper here. Now, what I have is a stretch of games from his season last year, weeks 13 through 17. This is crazy, man. I think people forgot that he actually played pretty well down the stretch for the Rams. They obviously brought him back to the team, and I think he could slot in as the number 3 there behind Puka and Kupp and be productive if that offense throws the ball. Obviously, Tyler Higbee may not be there to start the season. I've spoke about Davis Allen being a sleeper stash kind of guy, but if they focus heavily more on the wide receivers like they did last year in the passing game, I think Robinson could be a guy you could slot in as a flex player that you're basically getting for free now, whether it's redraft or just as a toss-in in Dynasty trade. So I think he's something that is very appealing to me to just add to the back end of my roster and have him there in case I need to play someone on any given week. Next, we're going to talk about Demario Douglas. Not as good of a stretch as Robinson had last year, but obviously New England's going to be looking for playmakers. They just re-signed Ramondre Stevenson. They drafted Jalen Polk and Javon Baker. Douglas has a chance to be the one in that offense, though. I mean, he's not a downfield threat, but you see this stretch here. He got 5-6 catches in 4 out of 5 games in this one stretch during the season. So if he can repeat that, maybe get some more average ADOT down the field, gain a connection with Drake May, he's got a chance. I'm not saying he's like some groundbreaking wide receiver that's going to win you your league, but he's going at wide receiver 71, which is behind the other New England guys. I think he has just as good a chance to be the number 1 in that offense, even though it's probably not going to be a high-flying offense. Other guy here, Cade Otton, not a superstar in the making like we spoke before. I just think he's due for another step up as a tight end. 27 half PPR in 2022, 19 and half PPR last year. Let's see if he can make a step, maybe 12 through 15 this year. He can get better. Baker looked good last year. Obviously, they still have Evans and Otton. They added some other weapons on offense in Bucky Irving, Jalen McMillan. They have Trey Palmer. But, Cade Otton's the tight end 1 on that team. He developed some sort of rapport with Baker. I'm saying some sort because, tight end 19 is not a groundbreaking tight end. But if he can take a step forward, I think he's a great tight end 2 for your team that really isn't going that high, going at tight end 23 right now in Dynasty. So I don't think he's that expensive if you want to add a guy that has the potential to break out in his 3rd season. And that is it for the show today with my sleepers, guys. I was trying to go with some deeper guys to maybe add that have a chance of gaining some value and helping your Dynasty team out this year. If you have a second and you like the video, hit subscribe, like the video, shoot a comment below. Everything's helping me grow. I had so much fun starting this channel back in January. We're now in June. I'm almost at 500 subscribers, and that would make my month if you guys could get me to 500 by the end of June. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in.